Hello everyone and welcome to this. What you're looking at is the Munro MK1. We believe it is a hardcore EV off-roader built to last, but others are also of the opinion that it is just a $61,000 electric off-roader with up to 375 horsepower. Whatever your take is, we are here to break this vehicle down for you. So the spec sheets, the composition, the interior, and pricing availability will all be here for you. Okay, so let me just go down to exactly why we are here, and that is that this Munro vehicle that we are looking at was unwrapped today, which is the first electric vehicle from the Munro vehicles, and this is called the MK_1. I believe it will be MK1. The company claims that what you're looking at is an SUV that is as rugged and capable as it is eco-friendly as well. And let me begin with the electric powertrain that sits in this vehicle. And so we have one model to rule them all. And depending on options that you take on the box, the MK1 that you're looking at, so rugged, so weird, so different, offers up to 295 horsepower or 375 horsepower, coupled with up to 516 pound-feet of torque. That should be about 700 Newton meters of torque, okay, guys? So, unlike other electric all-wheel drive SUVs, though, this one comes with just one motor instead of motors at each axle. And this is how it works. Now, Munro chose a single electric motor because its intense focus on off-roading. Now, the power unit is placed in the middle of the SUV to help it achieve a near 50-50 weight distribution, guys. It also allows a perfect torque distribution in this case. So you're looking at a single motor that is powering this all-wheel drive vehicle, and the best way to drive off-road is to ensure that some of the amount of torque is delivered to each wheel and that all wheels spin at the same speed, says Russell Peterson, Munro CEO. And so if you look at the model, after much deliberation, the team chose what they call the axial flux motor, and the unit weighs half as much as more of the common radial flux motor, which is 88 pounds or 40 kilograms in case of the Munro MK1. That also means that the motor spins slower, eliminating the need for reduction drive, which allows the torque to go straight from the motor to the two-speed transmission to the transfer case and work in its most efficient RPM range at all times. That is a tech. Okay, the axial flux motor also generates high torque in reverse, which means that the regenerative braking is particularly strong. There is also, of course, a heavy-duty mechanical braking component or system that sits in this car. But at this point, let me delve down into how the performance of this electric motor is. And although it is clear that it is focused on off-road, Munro says that the motor can get the MK1 up to 62 miles per hour in just 4.9 seconds. And the top speed is limited to 80 miles per hour. That's about 129 kilometers though. And in terms of the battery, the Munro MK1 that you're looking at is offered with either a 61 kilowatts or an 82 kilowatt pack battery, offering up to 190 miles of range. It is made up of the NMC battery models that are mounted in heavy-duty aluminum boxes under the vehicle. So take a good look at that also, okay? And that is how. Right, when it comes to the charging capability, Munro didn't want to use skateboard chassis because it wants the MK1 to be more durable, and the company says that it wants to be able to refurbish or replace battery models as necessary. So the batteries can be recharged overnight with a standard plug or in just over 30 minutes as a DC fast charger. Okay guys, so take a good look at the interior again, right? I think it speaks for itself. It's all rugged. The MK1 sits on a galvanized steel leather chassis and it is constructed of a 5mm thick steel. It also has 480 millimeters of ground clearance, guys. So, you know, the ability to wade through water at a depth of about 800 millimeters, 84-degree approach angle, 51-degree departure angle, as well as 148 breakover angle makes this vehicle a monster in that space. Okay, so let me just wrap it up with the capability of this vehicle. So the MK1 is also big enough to hold standard Euro pallet in the load bay. It can haul up to 1,000 kilograms, that's about 2,205 pounds, and can tow up to 3,500 kilograms, that's about 7,716 pounds, guys. That is a lot to tow when you're off-roading. And It's still a utility vehicle as is being put. Now, to sum this whole thing up for you guys, take a good look at this vehicle again. I've given you the ground clearance, I've given you the chassis. What haven't I given you? Thinking pricing. Okay, so the company's already taking deposits for the first batch, which is the Founders Edition models, and that is going to be built in Kilbride, Scotland, and a new purpose-built factory is being constructed in central Scotland with production planned to start there in 2024. And initially we getting 250 units per year, but Munro claimed that they will eventually raise the figure to 2,500 examples. And so if you are interested, you must be quick because orders are being placed. Prices of the off-roader will start from £49,995. That should translate to $61,054 at the current exchange rate. If you should find this video in another time, the prices may vary because of the exchange rate. Guys, this is what we got for you. It is rugged, but let me ask you the final question before I bring this to an end. What does this image or profile remind you of? Could it be the Land Rover or the Range Rover?